Hey everyone, my name is Mikayla.Snow and today I'm going to be teaching you guys this easy, super simple look with the new Tartelette palette. I love this palette. When I swatched it in Sephora, I absolutely fell in love. It's amazing. Anyway guys, I hope you really enjoy this tutorial. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day and let's get into it. Alrighty, so when I was at Sephora, I picked up a couple things, including this palette the first day it dropped in Sephora, so I was pretty stoked on that. I also picked up 5 of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eyeliner sticks, and I'm super stoked to try these also. As for the palette goes, it is the second in the Tartelette line, so I will have swatches comparing the two different palettes at the end of this video. Here's the timestamp, so if you want to check those out. It does come with 12 different eyeshadows. Unlike the previous palette, they're not all matte. They do have 3 shimmers thrown in there, which is super nice. Unfortunately, this palette does not come with a brush, but it's still very exciting to have a brand new palette. And here's one more look at all the colors. So first I'm just taking this Morphe brush and I'm going straight for the whitest color, and it's called Charmer. You can see here it's a little powdery, so I just use my finger instead of the brush. This will create an awesome base for your smoky eye, and it'll help also to blend everything together. And then here I'm just blending it all in so it'll blend everything perfect. And then you just want to do that same exact thing right on the other eye. And now for my favorite part, the tape. This can make or break your eyeshadow. You want to make sure it's super symmetrical just so you don't end up looking silly. So I'm starting off with this Rebel color. It's a beautiful kind of mauve pink color. I'm not sure what to call it, but it's beautiful. It's very pigmented, so you want to be careful where you place it. And then something super interesting happened when I went to go blend it. It completely washed away. It was crazy. I basically just dusted everything I just did off, which is okay because then it gives us another base we can blend into. So this just taught me that you should be really using your fingers for this palette.
I forgot to put primer on. It's okay.
And then I'm just blending more of Rebel into the outer V, and it's crazy how good this mirror is. It's an awesome mirror just in general. It's a full screen mirror, and it's great. And then just making sure everything is nice and blended symmetrically on both eyes. You don't want to be looking all crazy on one eye and then not as crazy on the other. And then I'm taking Leader, which is the darkest red color in here. It looks awesome. It's like a very wine-like kind of maroonish. It's beautiful. I'm being very careful not to get much on my lid, but also not going too high to where it'll cover the one that we just placed. I've been having a little trouble with the fallout on this palette, so just be extra careful when removing the tape since we're done with the dark colors now. And then I'm just going to go over it with a light color. And I'm putting this Flower Child all over my lid and then taking it around the colors that we just did right up under the brow bone to kind of blend up and soften that little weird pointy part thing. Yep. And then I'm taking more of that white color, Charmer, in my inner corners and around everywhere else. And also I'm taking it right under where the tape was to help blend that out a lot too. And then I'm taking the shimmery shade called Funny Girl and I'm testing that out on my finger just to see how it applies. And then I'm applying it all over my lid and then kind of spreading it almost everywhere. And then you just want to blend every single little bit you see. If something looks off, make sure you blend it, and then it's done, and then it's totally done with. And you just blend it and then everything looks good. And you also want to make sure you're going over your shades just in case you blend them out a little too much, and then you give them some more pigment, and then you're all done. See, I told you guys this was an easy look. And then for eyeliner, I'm taking my Inglot 77 black gel line and this Live and Breathe Beauty angled eyeliner brush. It's awesome. Starting in the outer corner and drawing a line towards the middle of my eye, and then turning it around and drawing one from the inner to the outer. And then flipping your brush around, I kind of eyeball where I want my wing to be and then just drag it inwards from there and then make it smooth as possible. And then it's totally cool to go back in and touch up areas you may have messed up, but then you just want to make sure you have plenty of product still on your brush to do so. And now for the hardest part, you want to make sure you try and perfectly recreate that exact same thing on the other eye. I'm completely joking, you just gotta try your best. I'm sure we all know that feeling of having one perfect wing and then one wonky wing on the other eye, but it's totally okay. Everyone's gonna understand. It's hard to do eyeliner. And then you want to go back in and make sure your liner meets with your lash line just so you don't have that random little white line. Did you could see that on mine? Yeah, you could totally see it on mine. So you just want to drag some eyeliner down to help kind of hide that. And then a trick I use is to look in multiple different mirrors at multiple different angles just to make sure you got it as best as you can do. And then before you spray everything down with setting spray, I'm just going to blend every little thing I see and blend out my eyebrows just a little bit just to make everything's nice and set and ready for spraying. And then I just want to take a second to laugh at myself for literally getting so dirty during this tutorial. What even happened here? And now before I forget, I actually need to put mascara on, right? That's a makeup product that we all use. I actually personally hate all mascara, which sucks because my lashes are long. I think it's because my lashes are long that I don't like it, because it's such a struggle to put it on, but even more of a struggle to take it off. And so I think that's why I don't like it. But you know, we gotta do it anyways because it looks great. So I'm just here applying Benefit Cosmetic Roller Lash Mascara. Just go This is super optional, but you can take anything kind of like this and separate your lashes. And another super optional thing, because it is kind of dangerous, is curling your eyelashes. Trust me, if I didn't think this was worth it, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't really like it either, but it does help a lot. Also, I'm gonna go back in and separate my eyelashes again. Also, if you're wondering what I'm using here, it's a hoop earring. I don't really use these, so I'm just using the back of it to kind of comb through my eyelashes. You could, in theory, use a safety pin, but that is super scary, so I usually just stick with this. And now we are completely 100% done with the eyes, and now it's time to move on to lips. And then I'm just putting on a good healthy dose of my favorite chapstick, and then I'm kind of using this to get rid of the foundation that was on my lips, and then I'm just wiping off that chapstick with a Q-tip. And then I'm taking my favorite liquid to matte lipstick. This one is called Serenity, and I'm putting that all over my lips perfectly, trying a lot, okay. And now we are completely finished. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you later. Alrighty, so now on to those swatches that I promised you guys. So on the top portion of my arm, kind of like covering the top part of the screen, is the new palette. You can see like kind of the shimmery shades over there, and those beautiful rusty red colors that I adore. And then on the bottom screen is the old palette. You can see it's more like plummy and purpley and very matte. I'd say they have one or two maybe very close shades, but for the most part they're kind of different ones. And when I was swatching them, I could tell that the formulation has improved a little bit. They're very creamy and very just so nice to feel. And then I did hit them with a good spray of the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray, just to see how that would affect the pigment and the color stay and if it would smear at all. And by the looks of things, they held up perfectly. And then here's a little Snapchat video of how they dried afterwards. They did dry a little bit not as bright, but you could still see them so pretty and clearly. And then 5 hours later, I remembered about them. I actually kept them hidden under my leather jacket, so I totally forgot about them. But this is how they look after 5 hours, and I'd say they held up pretty good. The only few trouble ones were the sparkly ones. They did kind of fade away very quickly. And now it's time for some funny bloopers. I can't even say the word bloopers. Oh my gosh, that's a blooper.
Why does my lighting always look bad?
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, my name is Mikayla.Snow, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this super, I'm out of focus. Hey everyone, my name is Mikayla.Snow, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys this easy, super simple look with the new Tartelette palette. I love this palette. When I swatched it in Sephora, I absolutely fell in love. It's amazing. Anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and let's get into it.
That's creepy.
Hey everyone, my name is Mikayla.Snow, and today I'll be teaching you guys this super simple, beautiful look with the new Tartelette palette. It's the In Bloom palette, and it looks like this. The colors are absolutely gorgeous. Like, I fell in love with this guy right here, and the shimmery shade. It comes with these nice, like, neutral mattes over here, and then these 3 shimmery shades. I'm really excited to get into this little section over here because, for this tutorial, I used Leader, Rebel, Funny Girl, Flower Child, and Charmer. So it was kind of like a little thing, except for I didn't really touch Sweetheart. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into it.